Welcome to Inside Design with Kandrac and Kole. This podcast is a conversation between two business partners, Joanne Kandrac and Kelly Kole. Join us for a lively conversation about all things interior design, from current projects, trade show experiences, worldwide travel, what's in, what's out, and all the challenges and wins they've had running their successful design business. Whether you're a seasoned interior designer, new to the industry, or a creative enthusiast, you will walk away with insightful information, newfound inspiration, and a smile on your face after listening to these two. And here they are, Joanne and Kelly.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is episode 176 of Inside Design with Kandrac and Kole. And I'm solo today for the very first time. So Joanne called me late last night and she has COVID with the rest of the world. So here we go. It's going to be a great episode, but it's just me, guys. Okay, so today I am talking about our visions for 2024. So I'm going to open with this quote from Gary Zukav. And it says, "Every intention sets energy into motion, whether you are conscious of it or not." And so today, what I'm going to be talking about is our personal and our business intentions that we have set very consciously. We have put them into the universe for 2024, and we just feel really great energy for 2024. And people I think get hung up on, oh, it's an election year, and oh, the economy is doing this and doing that, but we're focusing on all the good things that are coming. So manifesting our visions for the upcoming year is something that we're really committed to. We do it every January, and we've done it for 18 years, the 18 years that we've been in business. So you might find some of our goals surprising, hopefully very inspirational. And at the end of the show, I have a very big announcement to make that I'm kind of sad Joanne's not here to make with me, but you're going to have to hold on till the end of the show to hear that. So before I get started, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by our friends at Currey and Company. Currey and Company is a producer of beautiful residential and contract lighting, in-stock case goods and upholstery, and a broad range of statement-making accessories. Atlanta-based and second-generation family-owned, Currey is committed to being a designer's best friend. They're definitely one of our best friends. They achieve this through constant investment in authentic designs, superior customer service, fast shipping, and staying in stock. So you can visit them and their trade-only showrooms in High Point, Atlanta, Dallas, and Las Vegas to experience their broad range of designs, each meticulously handcrafted by artisans around the world. Or visit them at curreyandcompany.com to shop the entire line. You can request a catalog, tour the virtual showroom, and also just a few extras. Starting tomorrow, which is January 11th, Currey is offering free freight for orders over $3,000. And also, always check out their sale tab on their website. When they have recently have a bunch of discontinued items, and they've dropped them additional 25%. So, but they always have great stuff on that sale tab. So check that out. So curreyandcompany.com. All right. So I'm going to dive in, and Russ is going to pull up our Kandrac and Kole business goals that Joanne and I put together. And we used to do these. We've done a couple of shows on these, but we used to do them on big foam core boards, and we'd cut out pictures from magazines, and now we do them digitally. But they're very visual, and we have them. We each have a big bulletin board in our office, and we put this front and center. So when I'm on the phone, I'm staring straight at that vision board. So we always do kind of like a inspirational images, and then we do another one that kind of explains what each image represents to us. So our goals for this year that we're putting out into the universe, we're manifesting these thoughts, is first and foremost to have 100% sponsorship of all of our podcast episodes. So we currently have 3 left for 2024. We're very proud of that fact. And we decided that what we would do with these remaining 3 is we would reach out to and invite guests to be on the show where the show is completely and totally about them. Now they're going to pay for this show, but it's, when we get over 4,000 downloads per show, that's a lot of eyes and ears on our show. So we will be reaching out to 3 guests for that. We're going to increase our design fees by 15%. We do flat fee. We have not raised our rates in at least 5 years. So, it's just time. Everything, we just renewed our lease and we gave our staff raises and just everything goes up. So we're going to increase our design fees. And, we just met with our CPA to wrap up 2023 and get all of our sales, our taxes and payroll and everything figured out. And we were really inspired when we went to that Aspire tour that you heard on our last episode. And we decided that for 2024, we're really going to sit down and work on our financial IQ. I mean, we're pretty savvy, but we definitely could be better. And so that means just really spending some time with our CPA, just really understanding. I mean, we know we're in good hands with our bookkeeper and our CPA, and we look at our cash flow every single week. But do we really completely understand the balance sheet and our P&L and those things? So we have a Monday team meeting every Monday, and we're going to sit down at the end of that meeting, Joanne and I, and really review those key reports and also review the profit worksheets for any job that had just ended. So we can look and see, where we made money on that job, where we might have lost money, where we lost time, and those kinds of things. And we get busy and we don't do that. And we're doing it this year. So there's that. The other thing that we're really going to do this year that's kind of different is we've committed to declining small jobs that don't serve our goals. And this is tough because we hate to turn away people. And I can't say that we'll do this for our current clients because a lot of our current clients come back to us and they need one more room or they need, a few extras, and we would never turn down a current client. But we do get calls for some smaller jobs. And in the past, we thought, it's no skin off our nose. It'll, these little small jobs, they pay the rent and so forth. But what we really have kind of come to realize is they're just as time consuming, if not more than the bigger jobs. I mean, we can design 2 rooms in the same time or mindset that we can design 4 rooms. So, but it's taking us away from the time that we need to work on our business. We're all in our business, but to really step aside for those Panera days and to step aside and work on our media kit, work on reaching out for speaking engagements, reaching out to collaborations with brands. We don't have time for that because we're so bogged down in our interior design and our podcast production. So putting aside those little jobs, there's lots of great new and up and coming designers that can handle those. Next, learning how to use ChatGPT and AI for content creation. It's coming. It's here. We can't avoid it. We can't deny it. It's something we have to embrace. And I remember way back when texting first came around, and we just couldn't believe that clients would or designers would text their clients. And we all know we do that now. So that's something that we're really going to dive into. Also, one thing that we learned from Sarah Blakely and the Aspire Tour, again, you got to listen to that episode, you guys. It was episode 175, is to try whenever possible to silo our days. So I have that big silo on our vision board right up in the middle to remind us that whenever possible, we're really good about Mondays. Mondays is always our team day. It's our meeting day. It's kind of our get all of our ducks in a row day. But then the rest of the week kind of just goes to you know what. And so we would like to kind of have a work from home day. Maybe we have a day where we're just in the office and we don't see clients, and maybe we work out at some point during the day. So we're going to just try. as much as we can to silo those days. It'll be a huge stress relief. I know that. And lastly, we, two things. I spoke about speaking out for speaking engagements or reaching out for speaking engagements. We love to speak. We already have 2 on the books for 2024. We'll be speaking on a panel at ProSource Marietta, and we will be speaking at Digital Day at ADAC. But we love that. And it's a kind of a give back, but it's also a promo for us. And so we will be actively seeking out those opportunities. And then somewhere down the line, this may be for 2025, but we'd like to create a mastermind program. We have so many designers reaching out to us for assistance and mentoring. And we've talked about this in the past. And so you see that mastermind image on our board as well. So the little fish jumping is kind of our reminder also to think differently. I really have this desire in 2024. It's on my personal list too, to just everything that I approach, design work, even what I wear, how I do my makeup, like how I'm listening to people, how I'm dealing with people. I want to approach it with a renewed focus and a renewed energy and kind of thinking outside the box. So that's what that little fishy was on there for. So that's a lot, right? But I'm excited. It's excited to put these out into the universe and just feel good about them. So that's Kandrac and Kole. So then Joanne and I each separately, we don't talk about it. We each do our own personal vision boards. And sometimes there's a little bit of repeat from the year before. You never know. So we kind of aim short, long, very future. But Joanne had some cool ones on hers, and Russ just pulled hers up on the screen if you're watching us on YouTube. So Joanne, I did not know this about her, but just to exercise her creative brain, she wants to take an online watercolor course. So she's going to dive into that. She's also starting a gratitude journal, which I just love, because if your gratitude's not in order, your head's not on straight. She is in the midst of planning a trip to Italy in September with her hubby and some friends. So they're working on that right now, and that's always, that wanderlust, you got to have it. She already does this really well, but just as a reminder to herself so that work doesn't get in the way, she wants to spend a lot of quality time with her grandkids. And she has this cute wellness room in her house, and we've talked about it before on the show, but she is really going to take time every morning to stretch. And there's days when we're on the go, and then there's other days that we sit all day. So that stretching is a big deal. And she and I both started Pilates together last year. We're probably like 6 months in. She goes twice a week. I go once a week because I do yoga for my other day or two. And so she's committing to that. And then another thing that I love that this was a surprise to me too, is she's going to volunteer with an organization called Forever Fed here in Kennesaw, and just really look for opportunities where she can give back and pay it forward. And I love that. I love that about her. And then also, very interesting, so Joanne's main residency is in Atlanta. She has a condo in Charleston that she always rents out, and her kids are there, so it's great. And her plan was when her current renter moves out in a year, for her and her hubby to finally have that as their visiting place. But they're thinking that maybe what they'll do is sell that and get a bigger place that they then put out as an Airbnb, but it's also their place when they go see their kids. So she's looking all into that. And Jessica Deuce, I'm sure you're listening. You can talk to her about that. So way to go, Joanne. I'm digging all that you're putting out there. That's really awesome. And then lastly is me. So I talked about, I really want to approach just everything with a renewed kind of focus. And I think that some of this has come from Joanne and I have lost a good bit of weight in 2023. And I think it's just given us a lot more energy, and we're just kind of looking at things in new ways. And so the other thing that we've kind of realized in our kind of fitness and weight loss journey is that we really need to focus on protein all the time, just to keep our focus during the day. And so really focusing on what we're eating but primarily protein is going to be our continued focus for both of us this year. I don't laugh, but for all you women out there that are watching, I know you can relate to this. So I'm 55. I'm just putting it out there. And I have worn the same makeup for literally like the last 20 years. I have Chanel foundation. I wear MAC, yada, yada. When I lost weight, my skin went to, so I just decided that's it. I need a whole new makeup regime. So, and skincare too. So I've already started this. I went to this chick who sells all Trish McAvoy, and she totally redid my face. I'd never had my makeup professionally done. So I'm investing in that. I'm investing in skincare, and I'm investing in new makeup. And there's that. Conversational Spanish. This has been on, I think, I'm ashamed to say, I think this may have trickled through. This might be my third year on the vision board, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put the tapes on in my car, because I love listening to podcasts and Audible in my car. And I think I'd like to be in a class, enroll in a course, but I'm already doing so much that I think just starting out listening in the car will help. I'm already pretty good at Spanish, and all my trips to Guatemala have really helped me, but I want to get a lot better. I want to have deeper conversations when I go to Guatemala, and I really want to be fluent in a second language. I think it's absolutely horrible that the average American is not bilingual at a minimum. So that's on there, and I'll get to it. And then my next one, and this is a trickle over from last year too, but I'm doing it, is I really want to learn to needlepoint. I don't know why. I just, I see needlepoint on like belts and pillows and stools, and I think they're so beautiful, and there's so many ways to create designs. And Toby Fairley is a fellow needlepointer, and I reached out to her. She gave me some great places to go get kits and beginning stuff. So my daughter wants to do it, and even my husband said he'll do it with me too, just to get our faces out of the screen and have just something quiet to do. So I'm going to learn. Just when I get my first one done, I will show it on the show, and so everybody can see it. And then this is why I have the giraffes on my image board up in the top corner. My friend and our photographer Lauren Rubenstein went on this luxury kind of wine glamping camping trip to South Africa last year, and I was obsessed following her on Facebook. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. My husband and I are going to go. I think we're going to go with friends, but that'll be 2025, because I got to plan it. I got to save. We're not going to skimp. I'm so excited to experience the outdoors in a luxury way. So, two more for me is one, I've been thinking about this for a while. This is also, it's not a trickle over from last year, because I did get a tattoo last year, but I want to get another one. And I'm going to get a Sanskrit tattoo, one that represents my journey with yoga. And it might be the Om sign. It might be, I'm not sure. I have a picture right there in the center. What it might be, I'm working on it. But I think it's going to be on the inside of my right ankle. I'll let you know, but I'm doing it. Yep. And then lastly, and I already talked about this, but sculpting a strong body. And I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just talking wellness. This is really just my renewed commitment to Pilates, to yoga. I've done yoga for a long, long time, but I fell off the train and I'm back on, and it's been fabulous. But just, I feel like Joanne and I last year were so busy, and there were a few times when it got just kind of just more stressful than we wanted. And so we're going to kind of create boundaries this year with siloing our time and creating time for wellness. And, I told Joanne, I said, listen, if there's a particular yoga class that I really want to go to and it's in the middle of the day, I'm going. Like, we own our own company. Why can't I do that? But I'm so, I feel always so restricted by being responsible and coming into the office and having, set times. And I'm not doing that. If I really want to, go for a long walk and there's not a client meeting or something in my way, I'm going to just make time for that. So, we're both on board with that. And I'm excited because I think we need that, that just focusing on what we're eating and the protein and the water. And I don't really want to write it down like a big resolution and a big demand. I'm just putting out there kind of where I want to be. And then I know what I need to do to get there. So I hope that you guys take the time to really kind of go through this same exercise. It's fun. And it's fun, I think, when you put really colorful images to your thoughts that inspire you and curate that board and just put it in a place where you have to look at it all the time and revisit it. And, when you're halfway through the year, you can kind of do a check-in with yourself and see like, how am I doing? And if you move something to the next year, that's what it is. You're just still manifesting and sending things to the universe, and that's totally okay. So there's that. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Now, here's the announcement. Are you ready? I'll do the funny and the serious quotes too, but here's our announcement. So we're so excited about this. We've been working on this for a good bit of 2023. But coming February 2nd, we are happy to announce the launch of Inside Scoop with Kandrac and Kole. And this is going to be it's kind of the icing on the cake. It's going to be a 15-minute bonus episode that will still be in the creative realm, but it's going to be more focused on all the things we love: fashion, travel, business advice, art, those kind of just little tidbits of fun. And it's also going to give us an opportunity, we'll be on the air every week now. So, and it will be on video. So every Friday we'll have a main show released, and then the following week will be a bonus, and then the following week will be a main show, and so on. And it'll also going to give smaller companies that we've been collaborating with the chance to sponsor the bonus episodes, because they will be a little bit less expensive. And we love that because we want to collaborate with everybody that's interested in the podcast, and that'll just be more economically feasible for some of the smaller companies. So Inside Scoop with Kandrac and Kole, airing in February. Can't wait. So we will put it all out on social media, and you'll get lots of reminders, but stay tuned for that. Okay. I'm going to wrap up with funny quote. I'm sending a W-2 to everyone who was up in my business last year. And that's from Stash Birmingham, our friends on Instagram that have the great quotes. So Joanne she tells our CPA all the W-9s to send to people. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the list would be so long if we did everybody up in our business. All right, serious quote. And I love this so much. This is our mantra for 2024, and maybe it'll be yours too. If it doesn't bring you peace, profits, or purpose, then don't give it your time, energy, or attention. Don't you love that? If it doesn't bring you peace, profits, or purpose, then don't give it your time, energy, or attention. I just love that. So good. All right. I hope that you guys were okay with me being by myself. I think that was a lot of good content I just whipped through. So check out our website at kandrac-kole.com. And you can always go to our podcast tab, re-listen, see the show notes, what have you. We want to thank Currey & Company for sponsoring. We love you guys. We'll see you at America's Mart in a few weeks for the show. and we just appreciate all of your support and collaboration. So cheers to 2024, you guys. I hope that you just send great thoughts and goals and manifestations out into the universe, and it comes back to you tenfold. We appreciate you so much. So thanks for listening. Bye.
Join Joanne and Kelly for a new episode every other Friday as they continue to explore the nuances of the interior design business with the goal of informing, inspiring, and entertaining their listeners. See their work at kandrac-kole.com and engage with them on Facebook and Instagram at Kandrac Kole.